Our next speaker is Dr. Baohong from the Geological Survey of South Australia. He's a senior principal geologist with more than 40 years of university, industry and government experience in geoscience, mapping and economic geology. Please welcome Baohong.
Okay, thanks, Phil. My talk is about Paleochannel study in South Australia. This is a group study result for many years. Now, this Paleochannel study within Geological survey already continue over 2 decades. And several projects evolved from year to year, and all these projects we already get the second edition of the Paleochannel map in South Australia. And last decades, the work mainly focused on the surface. The reason is the tools were very poor for mapping Paleovalleys. So these tools mainly focus on the Cenozoic. What this means? This means shallow. And last 2 years projects just give us an opportunity to work on the deep part. We are using high-resolution geophysics result, which we call GP2 project. And from this GP2 project, after mapping, we want to work out the deep part relationship between these two or three paleochannels. So from the Paleovalley, we prefer to use the CP14, 514 project for the definition of the Paleovalleys. And this Paleovalley, in this area, we work out what relationship between the different generations of the Paleovalley. So in this area, we know we got 3 generations Paleovalley. The late Paleozoic Paleovalley mainly related to Archean basin. So this means when you find the Paleovalley for this age, what this means? This means flowing to northeast. The Mesozoic part also flowing northeast, but some part flowing back to southwest. But the Euclid Basin ones must be flowing southwest. For the Archean Basin information, we just put up the information in this area, and we can work out the Paleovalleys developed over a certain area. The main reason is we know for the drainage basin, Paleovalley mainly develops around the margin of the basin. So what this means? When the water coming up, it's the basin sediment. When it comes down, so they develop the Paleovalley along the margin, so Atrian area. So that's why we want to work out the relationship between these valleys. For example, like Cenozoic Paleovalley is the eastern Euclid Basin, and if you want to find out the relationship between this Paleovalley and underneath of the Mesozoic Paleovalley, it's very difficult, because Mesozoic Paleovalley's green part is normally flowing to the northeast, and then the Euclid Basin one is flowing to the southwest. For mapping this deep part, this new mapping, we just created the 10 layers. 2 of the layers are going deep part. These are new layers. And the other layers is like polygon and polyline. All of this information you can find from ArcGIS or SARIC database from attribution table. So that means how reliable and what tools we use, who did. These are tools we use. Currently, for GP2 Paleovalley mapping, we use new tools. One is high-resolution geophysical work, for example, like AEM and gravity. And some other tools, like nighttime thermal, we just reprocessing that, and then we want to find out the new signal, and then, based on the second edition of the Paleovalley mapping, we just simply move the polyline and polygon. But remember from your table work, if you move 1 millimeter away in the field, maybe several kilometers away. This is one example for the new Paleovalley mapping in the Margasin area, Margasin 12. So before we call Margasin 12, within this 12, you can find different age of the sediments. And from these models, we just work out, compared to the old model, geophysical model, and also plus the new model, the Dr. Ford and the geophysical group people work together. We work out the new model in this area, maybe maximum about 500 or 400 meters deep, but which we only can get the one available drill hole just showing us about 200 meters deep. This is a map compared to different conception. One is 12. So that's named from previous work, and the new work we just call Paleovalley. So this is a new Paleovalley. We give the new name from this work for Paleovalley. But remember, each of these Paleovalley, maybe you can work out what difference between their ages. For example, even from the one single drill holes, you can find 3 Paleovalley, or 2 Paleovalley, or just 1. We don't know. For example, like this, we give the new name is Challenger and Challenger South Paleovalley. Why? Because from the new mapping, we can find the drainage divide over here. So we go back to our old previous work from CIC Lim work. Why China's gold deposit discovery area, we work with CIC Lim. From the result, AEM, we just work out, this is a very deep part of the Paleovalley here. It's over 200 deep. Why? We don't understand. We didn't understand by that time. And then during the workshop, we just argued. And then later put the new drill holes, we work out this is 2 Paleovalley. Just about 24 meters above, this is the Garfield Paleovalley, tributary of Garfield Paleovalley. And another deep part here is the Permian. But by that time, we didn't know what relationship between these Paleovalleys. But the GP2 project gave us opportunity to work out nearly 3D view of these 3 generations of the Paleovalley. And this is this year the project we just done. We just choose the 12 drill holes, and some drill holes maybe already we designed for also providing the good information for the NDI drilling in the North Gawler Craton, and some drill holes we want to work out the sedimentology information from this. So this part is a traditional interpretation, and this part is we collaboratively worked with energy resource group people. Chris team just did this for using the WorldCat. And we just want to interpret what relationship between this information. For example, like log lithology, lithofaces, and Gamma and depositional environment interpretation. And another example is from our Gawler Paleovalley. So from this Paleovalley, you can see this part is a Garfield Paleovalley. So this is a Cenozoic related to Gawler Basin. But this part is Permian. So before called Permian Trough, and now we're mapping from high gravity result. And also one example in this area for Challenger Paleovalley, we can see this part, Garfield, this part is a Permian. This is very clear when you view from Garfield Paleochannel along here. So you can see the Mesozoic and the Permian, and on top, the Cenozoic. You can work out the water relationship between these Paleovalleys. It's useful, interesting, yes, because these Paleovalleys not only contain the mineral potential, but also you can trace back to the primary mineralization from this signal occur in the Paleovalley. And the full information you can find out from last year's report, and also the 2 reports will come very soon. So this is all we talk. Thank you.